don't fall for this lie when it comes to business. My whole shtick on here, the thing I talk about the most, is buying businesses and growing businesses. It's all I think about, and I truly believe in my heart that buying a business is better than starting a business. So the comment that I get, because I talk about this a lot, over and over and over again, is, well, Jordan, that's great. I would love to buy a business, but I don't have millions of dollars. I would love to tell you a story. When we were first starting to buy businesses, we didn't have money either. And we came across this seller who wanted to sell his business, and we essentially gave him an offer that structured it in such a way where he was going to carry the majority of the loan to buy his business, and then that business would pay him out over time as if he were the bank. He wanted a down payment to do that. We didn't really have the down payment. We then negotiated what are called the receivables in the deal. In other words, all the money that the customers owed the business at the time of the transaction, we were owed as the buyers. Well, when we got to the closing table, it turns out that the receivables were more than the down payment that we owed him. And so really what ended up happening is he actually wrote us a check to buy his business. Okay. So deals like that are out there. It's hard to find, but we picked up this business that was doing a couple $1,000,000 in revenue and about $500,000 in profit. And the guy actually paid us to do it. Here's why this is possible. So many sellers of these businesses have been running them for years and years and sometimes decades, and they're just done. They're burnt out, okay? This particular seller, he kept telling us he's got ulcers in his stomach. He was so stressed out from the day-to-day operations of the business, he just wanted to wash his hands of it. Now, he didn't give us the business, right? Like, we still owed him millions of dollars, but the reality is we could buy that business with no money down. In fact, he paid us to take the problem off his hands. And we picked up this great business that makes a lot of money every year. So deals like that are out there. You just got to hustle and go find them. But the lie that you need millions of dollars to go buy a business is simply not true. The other thing is there's tools out there, there's banks out there, there's the SBA program. You can buy businesses with very little money. It just requires some hustle. So my advice, go buy a business that's already survived the hardest years, and instead of building one from scratch.